Okay, so I know you guys love these videos, but this is the best way for me to be able to articulate this. I can't write it down. I suck at writing. Anyways, I've been thinking a lot. I'm driving back from a workout and a meeting that I just got out of, and a couple of things. I'm listening to The Power of Habit. If you're not listening to The Power of Habit, holy crap, or reading it, you are missing out. Like I said, I think this is the third time that I've read it, and dude, there are things that are coming out like nobody's business. But this is the thought. Yesterday, I was sitting with a trainer, and we were talking about what we're wanting to do moving forward, and talking about writing up workouts and for the team, and working through those workouts as a team. So if I was in let's say Provo, me as a head trainer, I'm writing up the workout for the whole team, the whole staff, and for the whole 3 to 4 weeks. And now we're going to take that workout and we're going to take all of our clients through it. And so in a way, and so the trainer made the comment, so I thought we were innovating, so we're not wanting them to innovate. And it got me thinking, and I thought about it, and I started listening to The Power of Habit this morning, and here was something that was very interesting. What they just talked about in The Power of Habit is that when you create habits, they're talking about mice, and basically when you create habits, then what happens is that your brain functions differently. Meaning, as I'm driving right now, I'm driving and talking on the phone, on this video at the same time, right? So you think about this, I'm driving, and that's just an activity that I do, right? I've been driving for, however long, and so I'm just used to doing that activity. It's a habit now, right? I put my blinker on, I go in the left lane. I put my, I press the brake, I slow down, right? And it just becomes a habit. When I first did it, right, I wasn't able to sit and do this. I wasn't able to sit. I remember the first time getting in my car and I was driving, and I was scared out of my mind. I didn't even want to push the radio because I was so nervous and scared, right? And so you think about that, right? You think about that in regards to training. And what happens is if we are training the same things over and over again, we're coaching the same things, what happens is yes, you are put into a box, but now innovation starts to flow. And what I mean by that is you think about a goblet squat, right? And you think about all the different corrections for a goblet squat, right? The butt wink. You got knees coming in valgus. You've got heels coming up off the ground, right? Well, the only way that they were able to figure out those little innovations on coaching those things is because they taught the goblet squat hundreds of thousands of times, right? And it became a habit. And what happened is through that habit, they started to notice things, and they started to notice, okay, if I put plates under their heels, then that's going to correct this. If I put bands around their knees, that's going to correct the knee caving in. Right? So you think about that, right? You think about a lot of trainers are viewing it as we're putting them in a box, but really what we're doing is we're allowing them the opportunity to truly be able to innovate and be the best that they can possibly be, right? You think about how powerful that is. So just a thought, something to think about, right? And going back to that cue, routine, reward, right? What are the cues? What's the routine? What's the reward, right? And guys, I feel very strongly about this, that we've got to get on the same page. That progression, regression, and it goes back to the quote that we put on Slack the other day with Boyle. He gives him the progression, regression sheet and says, "Don't think for 3 months. Don't think. Just do this. Don't think for 3 months." Right? And that's where we got to be. We got to be at that point. We got to get the sheet. Us as head trainers, with our trainers, we got to take the sheet. Don't think for 3 months. Go team.